Hey guys, welcome back. It's Monday morning. We're headed up to Indiana. All nice and quiet in the truck here. We're doing about 66, 67 mile an hour, up to 75 right now. No vibration, no loud things since we replaced those front tires. We will keep an eye on them. Like somebody said in one of the other comments, you know, if things persist, and we may need to change the shocks and stuff, and we will definitely keep an eye on that, because I personally don't know if or when the shocks have been changed. So we'll definitely keep an eye on anywhere in the front, anywhere in the front end on the tires, to make sure that we don't have any other issues other than those broken belts that were in the tire. Man, it's made a world of difference. Truck's running good. We got that piece around, that rubber piece that went around the shroud and the radiator to keep it from sucking that hot air in. So never had an issue with it until we were loaded climbing pretty big hills. So until we get loaded up and climb some mountains, we won't really know if that fixed the problem. But the truck feels like it's running better, like it has a little more power, because since we put that on. Then again, it may just be because we put the new tires on too. We could actually run a little better. And right now I'm running 72 mile an hour. It's nice. So that's an update on us, on what we're doing right now. And like I said, we're headed up to Indiana to get loaded up to go to Sarasota, Florida. We'll load up today, we'll go home tomorrow and spend the night, and then we'll leave from home, drive all day Wednesday, deliver on Thursday, pick up something coming toward the house from down there, head home on Thursday, deliver that on Friday, and be back home for the weekend. So I'll get back with you guys shortly. Hey guys, welcome back. Well, what we're doing here, as you can see, we're backing up to the first unit. We're picking up these two units here in Topeka. One's a 20 footer, one's a 22 footer. Well, the one in the back is the 20 footer, which I want on the deck. 22 footer, I want to tow. So once before we snatch block that out, but this time I'm just gonna hook it up real quick and move it over, and then we'll back up and get the 20 footer and load it. So we're just moving this real quick. That's what we're doing. These are the two we're picking up to Sarasota, Florida. So that's what we're doing here. Sorry. Just moving this one over out of the way. I don't know why they stage them like that. You would think that I would stage the smaller one first for the haul and tow guys. I mean, they don't know if it's going on a haul and tow or if it's going on a trailer. But you would think they would just stage it that way, assuming a haul and tow would want to put the shorter one on the bed. But I'm gonna move this over, start loading these up, and I'll get back with you. Good morning there, guys. This next morning, we made it down somewhere around Gas City, Indiana, a little further. We're at a Petro. Pre-trip's done. We've already fueled up. Pre-trip's done. Just waiting on time to leave. But we'll get these home today, spend the night, leave out early in the morning, and head on down to Florida. This should be to Florida tomorrow night, and then deliver Thursday morning. And hopefully, if it works out good, be back home Thursday night, but it might be Friday. Depends on how everything goes, how traffic gets through Atlanta. Chattanooga, Atlanta, going down, so nothing going on right now. Truck ran good with the new tires on the front. Makes a world of difference. The new fan, the little cover on the fan, man, it's running so good. So fingers crossed that holds up. Probably be time for some maintenance this weekend. Oil change, fuel filters. I got to check my record to see where I'm at on mileage. But probably be some time for that this weekend. So I'm gonna get everything ready here and get ready to hit the road when time's up. Catch you guys in a little. Okay guys, let's talk a little about what we got going on right now. you can tell, it's a lot quieter in here already after we replaced those tires. I thought I had one out of balance. Well, I guess you could say it was out of balance because the belts were broke, which was causing them to vibrate pretty good. We'd been dealing with that for a couple weeks. Hadn't really had the opportunity to get it looked at. I tried making some arrangements with the place around the house, but nobody said they could balance it. So then I found those spots in it, so I replaced the tires. Best thing ever. Right now we're coming through Kentucky. We're on I75. Still having an issue with the truck not getting as hot as it was, but still heating up more than I'm comfortable with. So I just stopped outside Florence in a place called Dry Ridge. I picked up some radiator flush. I went ahead and put that in because it says for a deep clean to run it 3 to 6 hours, and I'm about 3.5, 4 hours from home. So I went ahead and got that in there. So we'll flush the radiator when we get home tonight. This truck has 2 thermostats. So my local Isuzu dealership at home has both of those. My dad's going to pick those up for me. So I'm going to be changing both the thermostats when I get home and flushing the radiator. Hoping that takes care of the issue. And if they got a radiator cap, I'm going to change that too. So I'm just going through and trying to do everything because I done changed the fan and the rubber around the shroud. So I don't know what else it could be. And yeah, you're going to be a little bumpy because these roads are they're pretty bumpy, and I've got my phone up where it cuts out all the mount and everything, so just bear with me on that. So that's what we're doing now. Like I said, the truck is not heating up as bad as it was before, but mine doesn't have an actual temperature, and I may look at doing that, actually putting a gauge in here that tells me the actual temperature. But like I said, right now it normally runs about halfway. It has been going up close to 3/4 is what it's been getting to on some of these bigger climbs. So hopefully taking care of that stuff when we get home tonight, we'll fix our problem. This is not the kind of job I really wanted to go home tonight, hang out with my wife and leave out in the morning, but now we're going home, flushing the radiator, changing thermostats, and doing all that. So that's something you got to prepare for and be mindful of. So I will get back with you guys when I get home and show you what we got going on. We've already drained all the antifreeze, filled it back up, flushed it out again. And here, this was sitting in here, thermostat housing. When you take it out, 2 thermostats. So we've got both thermostats, and we're going to replace those and get it all back together here. It's all back together and filled up. So we'll find out tomorrow how well it works. There's our 2 old thermostats. 2 thermostats were $68.52 for 2 thermostats. This thing's gonna nickel, dollar, dime me to death. So I'll let you know tomorrow how it's doing. What's up, guys? We're on I-75 heading down through Georgia, going toward Florida. So yesterday I changed both thermostats, flushed the radiator twice, and we're still having some issues. Talked to some service techs up at Triad Freightliner in Johnson City. They seem to think that they've had this issue before, and they changed the fan and all that, and then afterwards they end up pulling the water pump, and the fins in the water pump are broke. So we got a water pump being picked up. We will put that on this weekend, and hopefully that changes. And there was a fire truck in front of me going down the road here, and now traffic's slowing, so I'm assuming we've probably got a wreck or a car fire or something. I'm at exit 283 now, about 7 miles back. I'm about 100% sure we seen CP Steve Miller's truck on the side of the road. I know his last video I watched, he was going to try to pick up some stuff to head to Florida. I sent him a message on Instagram to see if he needed anything, and he hasn't gotten back with me yet. And yeah, we've got a car fire because you can see the smoke up in the upper left-hand corner there. So we'll get by this and I'll get back with you guys when we get up here. But yeah, like I said, I reached out to real quick. I reached out to CP Steve Miller because I'm pretty sure that was his truck to see if he needed anything, and he hasn't read it or he hasn't gotten back with me yet. So you know, if we ain't too far down the road and he needs something, we'll go back. So, but I'll get back with you guys here in a minute. So, talked to CP Steve Miller. Said it's not him, but anybody coming down I-75 about the 290 mile marker on the right hand lane or on the shoulder on the right side, you're gonna think it's CP Steve Miller's truck. Not sure what's going on up here. We just had 2 troopers go by. There's another fire truck coming behind us. The fire truck that went by in front of us went past and then turned and came back down the ramp the wrong way and went somewhere else. You know, the smoke you're seeing was over in the woods, so I'm not sure what's going on, but we got another fire truck coming here. But it's a slow go right now, but just, you know, CP Steve Miller said he was at home, truck was in the driveway. I ought to go check, but didn't know it wasn't him. I don't know, it sucks whoever was broke down, but you know, we're a community network out here and we try to help each other if we can, so. Be here a minute. I'll be back with you.
I know, drum. And the lane traffic to 40 make your turn there, driver. Good morning, going north on the southbound lane. So they can't go back to the full pole with everybody active playing what you were. Man, you need to pull to the side, man.
Interstate shut down. Turn around, go down the ramp. At least we're getting out of it. It's gonna be some slow go for a while since we're putting everybody off on this 41. Part of it, guys, part of it. We're moving at least a little bit, so hopefully we can get out of this pretty quick. Well, wish me luck, guys. We're gonna see how this works out. I've looked at the map. Looks like we should be able to take some side roads and get around. Don't think there, hopefully there's no low bridges or anything. It didn't appear to be when I looked at it, but I guess we'll find out. We're shooting blind in the dark here, and it's either going to pay off or it's going to bite us in the butt. But you can see what I'm traveling on right here. I'd rather run roads like this than the interstate anyway. A lot prettier. Oh yeah. Nice pretty lake right here. So, this is what we're doing to try to get around the interstate shutdown. I'm pretty sure it was a fatality. A car hit the bridge and went up in flames. The way everybody was talking, it was a fatality. So, you know, prayers for that family and those involved in that and those that had to witness it. So, I'm gonna jump off here so I can watch, you know, look at my map here when I need to, and hopefully we can get around this and I'll get back with you. Okay, guys, we're about a mile back from getting on the interstate. We went around those back roads, as you've seen. Off of that back road, there was one side road that went out of the interstate, and there was some people out there looking, and I figured out probably where the wreck was. So when I looked over, I seen at the bottom of the interstate there was a FedEx truck, and it had caught fire, and of course had burnt the bridge and stuff too. So not sure what all was involved, but I do know there was a FedEx truck that went off the bridge there. You know, it didn't look good, but That side road we took would not have been good for a semi, because I went across a couple pretty rough railroad crossings that they'd got hung up on. But luckily in the hauling tow, I was able to get across them pretty good. But we're in traffic here, getting, like I said, almost back to the interstate, and then we'll be rolling on. So I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know we made it around and what was going on. See ya. Hey guys, welcome back. So we made it down to Lake City, Florida last night. We spent the night at the rest area there. We thought we were going to make it almost all the way down, but of course with that traffic and everything you've seen from that wreck, and we'll put some pictures in for you to see here. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but that's what shut the interstate down there on 75 in Georgia. Now we got those campers dropped down in Sarasota, Florida. We came about 10 miles up to Bradenton, Florida. We're at the Dessa Auto Auction, Sarasota, and we are going to look for our car. She said it doesn't have a key. It was listed as inoperable, so it didn't have a key, but we're going to find it here and then see what we can do. We're looking in this area over here. Man, it's a nice truck to be at the auction. Doesn't look wrecked or anything either. Like to have that. Okay, well, we're gonna find this car. We'll get it loaded back up and everything, and I'll get back with you. This is what we're getting, guys. They said it was inoperable. I mean, it is pretty banged up, but I threw my jump box on there, fired right up. So we're gonna get the truck ready, and we're gonna drive it up on there and get her strapped down. Here we are, all strapped down. I don't know if I've told you guys or not, but I'm loving these new adjustable straps. You adjust them out wide, you get them over the tire, and then you cinch them back down. So nice and easy. There's 4-wheel straps on it. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that door. I've got it slammed shut, but I don't know that it latches, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Might have to throw a strap across it. But that's what we got right there. Like I said, loving these wheel straps. Absolutely love them. So I'm gonna go wash up, get on the road. We're gonna go to Ocala and meet my mom, have dinner with her since she lives down here. We'll get back on the road. Take that time for your family. You know, I'm down here, so I'm definitely gonna go by and see my mom, eat lunch with her, and then get back on the road. How many of you all, this is the agricultural inspection station. So how many of you all actually go into the inspection station and into the weigh station afterwards? Coming into Florida, it's the other way around. You got the weigh station inspection, then the inspection station. Coming out, you've got the inspection station, then the weigh station. I always come through because out on the sign it doesn't say what's excluded. It tells you what has to go in, and then it also says all trucks, trailers, rented trucks, trailers, all that. So I always pull in here. They were just going to wave at me and tell me to go on, and I will go on here. Pull up there and they just give me a little friendly wave and I go on. But you know, by the time you didn't go in there, they'd run you down and be like, why didn't you go in there? Well, I don't have no horticulture or agricultural any ultra on my truck, so that's why I didn't come in. But you know, the sign out there says come in, so I go in. But then we get out right here, and for you guys it'll be right away because we'll roll right back into the weigh station. I'll be right back with you when we go through there. just like that, we're rolling up on the way station. And what's those signs say? It's closed. Way station closed. Always a nice sight to see. So we're rolling on north. We're probably going to get into Valdosta, and that's where we will stay tonight, or Lake Park, Georgia, whatever. Probably there about the Pilot Flying J and exit 2, so we can grab a shower. EFS got pretty cheap fuel there, so that's probably where we'll stay tonight, and then it'll leave us about 6.5 hours to drop the car, and then another hour to get home tomorrow, so it won't be too bad. Did go and see my mom and her husband today. They made me over on I75 here in Ocala, Georgia, Ocala, Florida, and we had dinner and some nice conversation. Haven't seen my mom since I think Thanksgiving of last year. She was up, so it was nice to see her and spend some time with them and just conversate. But we're gonna roll on, and probably, unless anything happens, I probably won't see you until we're back in Tennessee.